This is the presentation for installing IIS 7 on Windows Server 2008 or Windows Server 2008 R2. Alright, here is the scoop on Internet Information Services or IIS in short. It is a Microsoft's web server for Windows 7 for Windows systems. Rather, it handles requests for HTML pages and files, making websites happen. IIS chats with your computer using languages like HTML and protocols like HTTP and HTTPS for security. Plus, it can shuffle files around using FTP or FTPS. It is the behind the scenes champ of the web world, actually. Internet information services. Now, let's move on to the next slide. All right. Now, before you start installing IIS 7 or later, make sure you've got admin privileges on your computer. If you've not logged in as the built-in admin, use the run as command line to give your app some extra oomph. So just remember, if you are using a different account, you might get hit with a security alert. Proceed. So yeah, so check it out. IIS is like one of the big shots in the Windows Server world, and getting it set up is a breeze using the new Server Manager interface after you've got your Windows Server operating system all installed. So this Server Manager thing is your go-to for adding or removing server roles and features, and it also keeps you in the loop about what's already installed. Now, alrighty, let's get started. So first things first, head on over to the Start menu. From there, navigate to All Programs, then Administrative Tools, and finally, click on Server Manager. Next. Now that you are in the Server Manager interface, look for the Roles Summary section. Once you find it, go ahead and click on Add Roles. This kicks off the Add Roles wizard starting with the Before You Begin page. Here, you will make sure a few things are in order. Your admin account has a strong password. Your network settings like IP addresses are good to go. You've got all the latest security updates from Microsoft or Windows Update installed. Next. Next up, you will land on the Select Rules page or Select Server Rules page. Here, you want to choose Web Server or IIS. When you click on it, you will see a page with some helpful links to get you started. Now, here's a quick tip. When you are using the Add Rules wizard to install IIS, you will get the default setup, which includes a basic set of role services. But if you need extra IIS goodies like application development or health and diagnostics, make sure to tick the checkboxes for those on the Select Role Services page of the wizard. Next. Once you are on the Select Role Services page, it is time to pick the IIS services you need. Keep it simple and only add the modules that are essential for what you are doing. For example, if you are into ASP.NET, go ahead and select it. You will see a description pop up in the adjacent pane to help you out. Once you've got all the modules you want, hit next to keep the ball rolling. Next. If there are any extra role services you need, now is the time to add them. Just browse through the list and tick the check boxes for the ones you require. And once you've got everything, you're good to go. Next. Congratulations! You have successfully installed with IIS with a default setup for hosting ASP.NET on your Windows server. To finish up, just click on Close and you are all set. Yeah. Now, since we already have IIS in our workstation, Now, let's make sure everything is running smoothly, right? Open up your web browser and navigate to http double slash localhost. This will allow you to check if your web server is up and running as expected. Quick reminder, when you are installing IIS, only add the essential services you need. This keeps your installation footprint small, which in turn reduces the potential attack surface. It's one of the big advantages of IIS 7 and beyond, so make the most of it. Now, here's the exciting part. Now we will be building and deploying a web page on Windows using IIS. So without any further ado, the first step will be to install IIS on your Windows machine. So let's kick things off by making sure you have all the tools you need. Here's how to install IIS on your Windows machine in summary. So open up the control panel and head over to Programs and Features. Look for the option that says Turn Window Features on or off and click on it. Now, open up the control panel on your Windows machine, navigate to Programs and Features, click on Turn Windows Feature on or off. For the next step is to create a new website in IIS. Once you've got IIS installed, it is time to set up your new website using the IIS Manager. Here is how. Number one is to open up Internet Information Services Manager from the Start menu. In the left pane, right-click on Sites and select Add Website. Give your website a name like maybe My Website and specify where your website files will live by providing a physical path. Now, keep the host name blank for localhost and hit OK to create your website. And then let us create a new application for the third step. To keep things organized, let us create a new application within your website. Now, we will be right click on the website you just created in the IIS Manager, then select Add Application from the menu, give your application an alias such as Hello World, and specify the physical path where your application files will be stored. And then for the fourth step, create the Hello World HTML file. Now let's bring your website to life by creating the actual Hello World HTML file. Go to the physical path of your application that you specified earlier, create a new HTML file and name it index.html. Save the file with your Hello World content and open your browser and navigate to the URL of your website. Make sure you have stopped any other websites to avoid running into a 401 unauthorized page. For fifth step, let us provide access permission. So let's make sure people can actually see your website or application. Now right click on my website in the IIS Manager, select edit permissions and head over to the security tab. Now to continue, here, let us click edit, then add to create a new program named, group rather, a new group named everyone. Then after that, select the everyone group and provide all permissions. And yeah, for the final step is to test the website. Now let us make sure everything's working smoothly. So open up your website browser and type http colon double dash localhost dash hello world into the address bar. Hit enter and you should see your shiny new hello world website pop up. So to take note, double check that your Windows machine is updated and take a peek at your firewall settings to make sure port 80 isn't blocked. And there you have it. You have successfully set up and tested your new website using IIS on your Windows machine. Now you are ready to dive deeper into web development or create even more awesome projects. Keep exploring and happy networking, everyone. Goodbye.